Hi, this is Matt from Dokkio, and today I'm going to briefly share how Dokkio can help you and your team find the right file, get organized, and stay organized. Now, we're on the Dokkio website, and you can create an account and get set up really quickly, usually in less than 3 minutes, by clicking anywhere on the page that has a Try Dokkio or Get Started bubble. Now, onboarding's quick, as I mentioned, and where you arrive afterwards is the homepage of the account. So I'm going to pivot to a demo account and show you a few of the features that Dokkio offers. Now, we're on the homepage, and what you're seeing here are the most recently edited files. So you'll see here's a Google Sheet in Google Drive, and here's a DocX in Dropbox, and there are some files from Slack. And these are all the files that have been most recently edited or uploaded to this account. Now, these yellow pages here are web clippings, and I'll touch on that briefly at the end. But the homepage gives you a view of the things that people are working on, things that you're working on, things that you're able to work with. And were I to open any of these files like this Google Sheet, I don't have to leave Dokkio to work on that file. It's just providing me a window into my Google Drive where I can edit, manipulate, or even create new Google Sheets. Now, Dokkio really has a few major features that I'd like to highlight today, the first of which is connecting your content. So I'm going to navigate to Sources on the left-hand panel here and show you where you connect your content. This user's connected a Dropbox, 2 Gmail accounts, a My Drive, a Team Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, Slack, a whole variety of different places. And Dokkio is pulling all your files and content from those different sources. Now, a huge benefit of having everything in one place is the ability to search. So if I type the word sport back here, you'll see that Dokkio starts to match off the names of some files, regardless of where they're stored. And when I hit enter, you'll see that those name match files come to the top, a PDF in Dropbox, a DocX in Slack, etc. Now, Dokkio also looks inside your file. So here's an untitled doc in My Drive that has Sportback in the body of the file itself and some email attachments. Now, in these email attachments, Sportback's actually mentioned in the body of the email. So we're not just indexing the name of a file or the contents of it, but also associated metadata for messages and email attachments. Now, searching is a huge benefit because you can find the right file to work with right away. Another way that Dokkio pays off is through tagging. And we have a few different types of tags, and I just wanted to highlight 2 quickly. One is what we call categories. And for the sake of Dokkio, we're not so concerned with what your file is in terms of the actual structure of it. Is it a PDF? Is it a spreadsheet? Is it a Google Doc? That doesn't matter. Dokkio is interested in how these files relate to your business. And one of these ways is through what type of file it is functionally. Now, for Dokkio, we've created different, what we call categories, like ads, budgets, contracts. This file might be a PDF, but it's actually a contract, or it might be a spreadsheet, but it's a contract. Now, all of these categories in the gray are set up. Anywhere you see gold in the product means Dokkio's running intelligence. And what we're doing here is trying to suggest additional categories based off the rest of your files. So for instance, Dokkio found examples of resumes, memos, pictures. And you can teach the system, yes, memos is a good category for me, I'd like to accept it, or no, I'd reject it. Stop suggesting memos as a category. And this is one way to create categories. And another way is to actually just create one manually here. Now, were I to click into any of these, like marketing photos, what you'll see is all the marketing photos across your org, no matter where they're stored. And another type of tag we have is what we call context. And that's these sections on the left from agency down to projects. If categories answers the question, what is this file? Context is an answer to the question, what do my files relate to? So for this team, they work with different ad agencies for marketing, celebrity spokespeople for marketing. They track competitors. They work on different marketing campaigns. They work on different products and projects. And you can create these yourself, and each is a list of items. So for instance, a lot of our users utilize projects or clients. And were I to click into any of these like projects here, what we're going to see is a list of all the projects the team is working on. And if I click one like Hyperloop, what Dokkio will do is grab every file, regardless of where it's stored, and attempt to automatically tag it to this Hyperloop project. So what you really get is a 360-degree view of all the files related to one aspect of your business. And the filtering here is really powerful as well. So with one click, I can look at just graphics or marketing photos or web clips or news articles that relate to this Hyperloop project. And I can filter by a whole variety of axes. One could be what kind of file is it? Another could be where is it stored? So it creates a structure that keeps your team organized and keeps everyone looking at files through the same lens. Now that's a brief overview of the core product. We also include Docu Sidebar, which is a Chrome extension. If I navigate somewhere off on the internet, I'm not working in Dokkio. Let's say I'm composing a Gmail email. Here I'm composing an email, and the Docu Sidebar pops out on the right side. And this is essentially telling me that I have information in this email that relates to objects that are set up in Dokkio. So with one click, I can click Hyperloop, which is mentioned in the body of this email. And here are the files that relate to Hyperloop. Here's some tags that have been tagged for Hyperloop. And here's a little more information about the project itself. Now, another interesting feature of Sidebar is I can actually search. So if I highlight something like Las Vegas, well, Dokkio is going to look through your files and find the files that mention Las Vegas. And straight from here, I could even create a new project called Las Vegas, and it will create in Dokkio and immediately start tagging files to that project. Now, this Google Chrome extension works off on the internet as well, which gives me the opportunity to actually clip web pages. If I'm Google searching Hyperloop and I notice an article that mentions Hyperloop prominently, well, this sidebar will flare out, indicating that Dokkio knows something about the page you're on that relates to something in Dokkio, and you can clip the entire page or a subset of the page. And those clippings are stored in the product under content sources within this web page's clipping area. So that's the core product. If you have any more questions or would like a demo, you can reach out to me at matt.castaldo, that's Castaldo @dokkio.com, or just reach out to support@dokkio.com, which does not have a lengthy Italian last name. Thank you for viewing this, and we look forward to helping you and your team get organized and stay organized.